and of course I've got myself a beer. €1 basically up there. Right, sorry about that. Welcome back to the channel. So I'm just walking down towards the Playa Martinez beach. Got myself a €1 beer. So just over there, in that direction, you can get beers for like €1, a small one. So, and you can also get a coffee from there for €1 and all. It's 9:25 and it's still 17 degrees, which is brilliant. I know I'm going to be going back to cold weather, unfortunately in the UK. That can't be helped. Somebody's left 3 cans of beer, or empty cans. Well, I'll do the good deed in a minute and get rid of them, because there's 2 bins literally apart from each other. So I'll just put them in, because I've got to put this cup in anyway. But yeah, I went up to the La Paz viewpoint. I've edited some more videos, so I did 8 episodes. So there's another 8 episodes that are going to be added on the channel in the coming hours, which I did up to when I went from the ale hop shop earlier on. So I've practically spent all my money really, just apart from a couple of euro coins. But I'd rather do that really than take a load of coins back, because they don't change your coins, they'll only change your notes. So I thought, well, I'll just spend my euros, because I've worked for it at the end of the day. So, excuse me, I'm just taking a drink of the beer. But yeah, it's a very pleasant evening. A few people about. That's looking up towards the Concordia Playa, which you can just see with the lights on there in the balconies. So that's the Concordia Playa Hotel just up there. Well, next door to that actually, because that one with the lights is actually the Melia Hotel. The one before it that has got a light on, that is the Concordia Playa, which is where my mum and dad stayed in 1976, as I've said loads of times on the videos. But I have done footage of it on a stream and normal video as well. So I'll just continue to walk along here a little bit. But yeah, that's that swimming pool area, which again has been closed. But there's another pool area open earlier today. So there's quite a lot of people there, and the sun has caught me as well, by the way, on my neck. So it's been quite warm, 24 degrees I think today. Sadly, just another day to go. But I'm going to make the most of it, to be honest. It's my final day here tomorrow, and then I'll be heading home, unfortunately. But as they say, if you don't go home, you don't come back, do you? Or you don't go to your next destination, wherever you want to go. Right, I'll get rid of these beer cans as well, because it's just terrible that people just litter about and just can't be bothered to put them in the bin. So I'll get rid of these. There's just another 2 which I'll get rid of as well here. Might have to take another journey, but it doesn't matter, does it? I'm doing the good deed. I'll get rid of this one as well. There we go. A simple job that whoever drank them could have done, but they chose not to. Bit of plastic here, that can go in the bin and all. There we go. Done my bit for the community. It's definitely a lot cleaner and tidier than the UK. Didn't really get much crime, to be fair. It's generally quiet. There. So apparently, according to the sign, it says there are improvement works in the holiday resort. For this reason, it's closed on the 24th of November 25. Hope to open as soon as possible. That's why it's not been open for a while, then it's been closed for maintenance. But then again, it is out of season, really. Because I take it by the time you get to the summer months, it'll be booming in there. Very popular. Yeah, lots of chairs and lots of sun lounges as well in there. This place will be packed in the summer, but it's been pretty quiet the last week that I've been here almost. Head down, walk towards the Tenerife Playa Hotel. It's just so quiet. There you go, Martinez. Live singer again. So I thought I'd mute that so I don't get a copyright strike with the singing. So yeah, we've got the Tenerife Playa Hotel just here, where I was earlier in the day. Very popular hotel, very posh, 4-star. It's just so quiet. I love it, absolutely love it. So where those lights are up there in that top of that hill, that's where I was earlier for the when I went up to the La Paz viewpoint. So those lights there, you can literally walk the whole length of that. So that is the La Paz viewpoint right up there on the top of that hill where those lights are there. It was so nice to go up there. And then, I mean, this area is just dead really now compared to what it was earlier. All you can hear is the crashing waves of the sea. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, that costs me 25. But yes, so up there are those lights, that's the La Paz viewpoint. So there's like a restaurant up there that I went and had a beer. It took a while to get a table because they didn't want people sitting inside even though there were tables. That was a bit strange. So but yeah, so that's the La Paz viewpoint right up there, all the way along those lights are. So you've got a fantastic view over there and also over the whole of this area where these hotels and buildings are, all the way down to the main Puerto de la Cruz town, which is that way. So yeah, it was just nice, to be honest, just to have a bit of a walk. So if you go down the coast down there, you'll end up round the corner in Santa Cruz, and also at Tenerife North Airport, Los Rodios. And you've got to go right the way round the other side of this to get to Tenerife South Airport, which is at the opposite end of the island. So that's where I'm sadly going to be going in a couple of days to go home again. But as I've said, there is a blog coming in March. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to book the holiday, but not the extras. So in other words, I'm planning to go with Jet2 on this next holiday to Mallorca, the north of Mallorca. I'm looking at Campeacefort or Alcudia. Either way, it'll be one of those two, because whichever one I go to, I'll be visiting the other one anyway. So if I'm in Campeacefort, I'll visit Alcudia. If I'm in Alcudia, I'll visit Campeacefort. And also to go to the old town Campeacefort as well. Not the old town Campeacefort, the old town Alcudia, which is walled, and it's got like a castle that you walk underneath and you get into like the old town. It looks absolutely beautiful, and the Mapmaster did a video with Alex, who runs her YouTube channel Mallorca Under the Sun. So I did watch the video that the Mapmaster had done, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And you can walk the complete length of the walls. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, unlike the Dubrovnik walls that you do have to pay for. Again, that's worth doing if you go to Croatia. But I plan to go that end of Mallorca because I've not been. I went to Calabona a couple of years ago, went to the caves of Drac. I did a 3-night stay at the Hotel Sur, which was nice, don't get me wrong, I loved it. And it was in July, so it was hot. But 3 nights wasn't long enough. Again, we've got another couple of cans, so I'm sure we can get rid of those, can't we? So there's one over there as well. I don't mind doing this, to be honest. There's nobody about, and it's people that are bone idle basically, that can't be bothered to get rid of their own rubbish. But no, seriously, so I'm planning on booking Mallorca for in fact this one hasn't even been opened. What a waste. This can of lager hasn't even been opened. Absolute waste, isn't it? But it's not my money that I'm wasting, so it's better off gone, isn't it? So anyway, so I will be going to Mallorca, and staying most likely in Campeacefort or in Alcudia. That's the plan anyway. So I'll be doing that. So that's the plan, to basically go to the north of Mallorca and to have a bit of a holiday up there. There's also a zoo safari that you can visit as well, so that's worth doing for a couple of euros. Well, it's actually more than a couple of euros. Well, which is quite fun really, isn't it? But yeah, another bag of rubbish, sorry. Let's got rid of them and all. Tell you what, I'm good as a litterer, as in getting rid of litter. Not a litterer, I wouldn't do that. I've just got rid of 2 cans, a cup with some beer in it, and a bag full of bottles. So, not bad, is it? But no, seriously. So the plan will be to go to Alcudia and to go to Campeacefort, something like that, and then get the coach from the airport up there, because it will be a Jet2 transfer, and then just basically spend my time in the north of Mallorca. It'll be for slightly longer than a week because I've got a bit more holiday left to use, so I thought why not just have extra time and go for a bit longer abroad. And it's the end of March as well, so the weather should be even warmer than what it is here. But it'll give me the opportunity to do some more blogs. Yes, I do. How are you? Nice to have you on the chat, Alter 1668. So I'm just in Puerto de Cruz in Tenerife. I've uploaded absolutely stacks of videos. I've done over 60 episodes. Some are still being uploaded and they've all been edited, so they may take a few hours to upload, but yes, I do remember you. I'm glad you're okay. I've enjoyed my holiday here over the last few days. So it's my first travel blog of 2026, over to Tenerife. So I went to the Loro Park the other day, which is the large zoo on the island of Tenerife, just down the road from here. One of 2 in the world that's got orcas. I also did the Teddy by night excursion as well, which included dinner. So I've done episodes up there. I think I did do a live stream at one of the viewpoints, because part of that was filmed in the Clash of the Titans movie in 2010, and the guide did mention it. Even though I already knew, the guide still mentioned it, and also the Planet of the Apes film as well, which was filmed up there. But if you look back on my channel through the playlist, you'll see that the Teddy by night trip is on there. It's on the first travel blog of 2026 playlist, which is the Tenerife one. So I've spent quite a bit of money, particularly in the ale hop shop, because I love going in there. One of my favourite shops that I go in when I'm in Spain. Excuse me, I just had some beer on Euro beer. So not very often you get that, but there is a little ice cream place just behind me, a few hundred metres behind me, that does beers for €1. So just opposite me there is the Tenerife Playa Hotel, 4-star, and then next to it is the Melia Hotel as well, which is another big brand of hotels that you get in Spain. And if you go to Benidorm, there's quite a few Melia hotels that are there, so they are quite popular, and they are very good star rating. This one here is a H10 hotel, which is the Tenerife Playa. So it's quite posh, and most of the rooms up there I'm looking at now, and you can see on the camera, have got balconies either at the front or the back of the hotel. You've got balconies in practically all the rooms, and then it looks like you've got 2 floors of restaurants, one above the shop and then one up there. So it looks quite a posh hotel. I'm not sure whether it's a Jet 2 or a TUI, but if it is, it'll be expensive. I'm staying down in the old town at the Marquesa, which is opposite the church, opposite a square, and it's in a nice location, a few hundred yards from the drop-off point where I've got to get picked up in a couple of days to go back to the airport. So thankfully I have found out the time of that. I went up to the La Paz viewpoint earlier today as well, encountered a rude bloke with a parrot. Well, in fact, he got 2 parrots. I discreetly took a photo and a video of his parrots while videoing something else, and he got right nasty with me, came over to me and tried to take my phone off me, and also attempted to delete my photographs. Well, in fact, he did delete the photographs, but one thing he overlooked was that I actually could restore the photographs, because he didn't realise that with my phone being an iPhone, any photos that get deleted get put in my recently deleted folder. And so because it requires Face ID to access it, he obviously wouldn't have known that. So as soon as I'd gone halfway up the steps away from him, I just went straight into the folder where he'd put the photographs, and I just pressed recover. And I managed to put the photographs back on my phone. And I thought, how dare you remove my pictures when it was just a discrete photograph anyway. And yet the other guy that I had photos with parrots with the other day was quite nice and didn't bother me. And I mean, okay, I had to pay for the photographs that he took with his camera, but he still allowed me to take photos with my phone. This guy today, who was an old guy, he was rude, right snotty. So I thought, well, you're not getting my custom. But then again, he'd probably say the same to everybody else that does that. So I wouldn't bother. And he was at the bottom of the Agatha Christie steps near the Olivia Bar and Restaurant. So if you encounter him up there, don't take photographs of his parrots, because he'll attempt to take your phone and remove the photographs, which is what he tried to do with me. But unfortunately, even though it annoyed me, he failed in that regard, because I managed to restore the photograph and the video had done anyway. And it was an 18-second video, and his parrots were probably on 3 seconds of footage. And he come over and he was like, oh no, go back, have a look. And he was deleting my photographs. And I thought, how dare you, they're my holiday snaps. So I just recovered them again. So, but it left me in a bad mood. But yeah, if you do encounter him, at the bottom of the Agatha Christie steps in Puerto de la Cruz, near the Olivia bar. Just don't take photos of his parrots, or at least do it discreetly without him looking. Somehow he knew I'd done it, and then still tried to take my phone off me. So, but he was right rude. But apart from that, I've enjoyed myself this last few days, and it's been a lovely place to come for a holiday, for my first travel vlog of 2026. So hit that subscribe button at CarlSmith25. I'm going to do some more footage now down here, not on live stream. I hope you've enjoyed this stream so far, and I will see you guys in the next video.